Vice President and Rajya Sabha Chairman Venkaiah Naidu completes the 3 years in office today. On the occasion, Naidu spoke about his efforts and outcomes as Vice President of the country and Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. He said before the coronavirus-induced lockdown, he had 20 engagements per month, during which he spoke at over 70 public events and 14 convocation ceremonies. As he came to terms with the confinement, the Vice President redefined the norms of engagement and made extensive use of technology platforms to connect with the people. He was addressing an event to launch a book chronicling his tenure so far.
Speaking at the event marking the completion of his 3 years in office, Vice President and Rajya Sabha Chairman Venkaiah Naidu emphasized that the functioning of Rajya Sabha has shown certain winds of change. He said it is evident in the consistently higher level of productivity and increased legislative output over the last few sessions. He informed that the overall productivity of the last 8 sessions presided over by him during the last 3 years has been 65.50%. This is despite the intervening election year seriously impacting the functioning of the House for 3 sessions. The functioning of the upper house was marked by sustained high levels of productivity of 104% during the 249th session, 99% during the 250th session and 76% during the 251st session.
The expectations of the people are very high and we are House of Elders. So we must set up standards and live up to the expectations of the people. Whatever change was visible in the functioning of the Rajya Sabha, it was an account of understanding shown and cooperation extended by the leaders and members of various parties. I compliment all of them for the same and urge them to do even more. We need to ensure that our parliament and legislatures become more vibrant and robust by raising the standards and qualities of debates, as also by adopting a constructive approach.
Referring to the improvement in legislative output as an indication of change, the Rajya Sabha chairman said that out of the 93 bills passed by Rajya Sabha during the last 3 years of his chairmanship, 60 of them, accounting for 65% of the total, were passed during the last 3 sessions.
60 bills amounting to 65% of the total were passed during the last 3 sessions. This further supports the visible winds of change in the form of improved legislative output. This has to be noted. The functioning of the 8 department-related standing committees of Rajya Sabha has been another area of my concern. I have been sharing the same with the chairman of those committees and leaders of various parties. I am happy to report that the average attendance in the meetings of these committees have for the first time crossed over 50% during 19 and 20.
Naidu also stated that the functioning of the 8 department-related parliamentary standing committees of Rajya Sabha has been an area of concern and focus for him. Speaking about improvements in this regard, he said the attendance in the meetings of these committees has crossed the 50% mark for the first time in the last 1 year. He thanked all sections of the House and all leaders for their understanding and cooperation in improving the functioning of the House. At the same time, he also expressed concern over 1/3 of the functional time of the House being lost due to disruptions during the last 8 sessions. He urged members of the House to effectively address this disruption quotient.
In line with this spirit, despite composition of the House and stated positions, Rajya Sabha has recently passed certain major bills like the Triple Talaq Bill, the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill, which is historic, and the Citizenship Amendment Bill. The House has also witnessed quite a few quality debates and also discussions. Amidst the winds of change, I am aware that about 1/3 of the valuable functional time of the House was lost due to disruptions during the last 8 sessions. Collectively, all sections of the House need to strive to bring down this disruption quotient.
In his address, the Vice President also lauded the recent initiatives of the government to improve the ecosystem of governance, innovation and entrepreneurship, and the emphasis being laid on building a knowledge society. He cited the new education policy 2020 in this regard and once again spoke on the need to promote mother tongue as the medium of instruction, at least at the primary level. Referring to the efforts of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in transforming the nation, Naidu called for a strong resolve and collective efforts to realize Shresth Bharat, Swasth Bharat and Atmanirbhar Bharat. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
To mark the completion of Vice President Naidu's 3 years in office, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar released the book titled Connecting, Communicating, Changing.
Marking the completion of Venkaiah Naidu's 3 years in office as Vice President, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh released a publication titled Connecting, Communicating, Changing. Organised by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, the event was held at the Vice President's official residence in New Delhi. The book defines the contours of Naidu's efforts and outcomes in the last 3 years as the Vice President and Chairman of Rajya Sabha. Talking about his mission Connect, the Vice President said his target groups have been the farmers, the youth, especially the students, scientists, administrators, captains of the industry and the Indian diaspora during foreign visits. The objective of connecting and communicating with them was to know their perspectives and to share with them his experiences, worldview and the way forward for building a new India. The mission acquired a different dimension due to the COVID-19 outbreak.
In line with this spirit, despite composition of the House and stated positions, Rajya Sabha has recently passed certain major bills like the Triple Talaq Bill, the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill, which is historic, and the Citizenship Amendment Bill. The House has also witnessed quite a few quality debates and also discussions. Amidst the winds of change, I am aware that about 1/3 of the valuable functional time of the House was lost due to disruptions during the last 8 sessions. Collectively, all sections of the House need to strive to bring down this disruption quotient.
Praising the efforts of the Vice President, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said, the book chronicling his journey will benefit students and administrators.
मैं मानता हूं कि कहीं ना कहीं कुछ इन्हीं की कौशल, इनके फॉर्म कन्विक्शन का ही परिणाम है कि सबसे प्रोडक्टिव सेशन यदि किसी के कार्यकाल में कोई एक सेशन रहा है तो हमारे आदरणीय वेंकैया नायडू जी के कार्यकाल में रहा.
Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said the book is about connecting with people via communication and for changing India.
मैं तो कहूँगा कि सभी कॉलेज के छात्र या जिनको भी अच्छा भाषण सीखना है, अच्छा भाषण करना है, अच्छे संदर्भ जुटाना है, वो अगर केवल वेंकैया जी के भाषणों को फॉलो करेंगे तो भी वो कभी भाषण में पूरा विचार होता है, पूरी इमोशन होती है.
The book captures through words and pictures the range of engagements and activities of the Vice President during the last 1 year. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.